Hey Taurus, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Awaken Wild Child Tarot. You get a weekly reading here, so check it out. It's every Monday around midday. You get your weekly reading. I hope that you enjoy these. I hope that these help. And I really want to thank you for being here. So Taurus, let's begin with your first message for this upcoming week. So this reading is for the week of, oh wow, happiness is my birthright. Beautiful. Same card that popped up for Aries. I'm going to take another one just in case. All right, so we have happiness is my birthright and obstacles are detours in the right direction. Okay, absolutely love that. Taurus, this is for the 15th to the 21st of December. All right, so what I do is I post kind of like horoscopes, right? But it's tarot scopes and cards and stuff, detailing the messages for your upcoming week. And that way, during the whole week, before the actual week of the predictions, you get, every single sign gets their reading. And then on the Monday of the actual week we're talking about, you're going to receive an email with the links for all of the videos, which have been posted the last week. So that's a kind of like the system that we have here going on. Anyway, all right, universe, what's up with Taurus for this week? What can Taurus expect for this upcoming week of the 15th to the 21st of December? All right, so we have the first card is the Two of Wands. You have the world in your hands, Taurus. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful of an illustration. So I see that you are on the right path. You are on the right path. And something happens this week that may make you feel like you're not, like something, that detour that they mention here, an obstacle, feels like a detour, but it's actually just something keeping you on track. Oftentimes we don't know how this works, but the universe places in our path little twists and turns that are part of the natural way to get to where we're going. But we don't know that because we don't see things the way the universe see it. We don't see the GPS, the whole path, the whole like map to get there. It may feel like a detour, but it's not. So flow with things that come unexpectedly this week. In the challenge position, we have the Two of Cups. So this card is actually a very, very positive card. The fact that it's coming up in the position of a challenge means that maybe you're having some kind of conflict or difficulty in a romantic relationship, or you're aiming to make your relationships very harmonious, very beautiful. For some of you, this could be romantic relationships. For others of you, this could be family relationships. It's like you have this ideal in mind of how you want to feel, how you want to be treated, how you want to treat that other person. You want to be in a connection that is honest and pure, effortless and real. But you may find that maybe one of the relationships in your life at this time is not fitting into that. And it's actually showing you instead that it's actually kind of toxic, or, it's showing you something that you don't know exactly what to do with. That could be the case. There could be either relationships that you're realizing, all right, so maybe this person isn't ready for, something as pure and beautiful as I want. Or maybe within a relationship that is beautiful and that is pure, there could be a challenge as well. So expect that this week. We have the Empress at the beginning of the week, showing us a lot of abundance, prosperity, a lot of feminine energy of you, basically having everything that you deserve, everything that you desire, showing up here. You being very comfortable, having a luxurious space, a luxurious home around you, feeling like, all is well. At the beginning of the week, there is potential, there is fertility. We see in this illustration a baby. I barely even noticed it, but it's there. So maybe for some of you, there could be a desired pregnancy and maybe some kind of challenge getting in the same page with with your partner about the pregnancy. There could be some kind of challenge, some kind of difficulty, but it doesn't have to be something negative. It doesn't have to be seen as necessarily a detour, because it says here that it is part of your path. It was always part of your path. By the middle of the week, things start to really speed up and feel more possible for you, is what I heard. So things that maybe felt impossible in the past start to feel very, very possible, very likely, very inevitable, even at the beginning. I'm sorry, at the middle of the week. So that would be a return of hope and optimism. It's like for a moment there, you may have thought, what went wrong, or, you know, how come this happened if we're doing things right? Like, I don't understand. And then at some point in the middle of the week, it's like, oh, apparently it's no biggie. Like, it's not going to be as much of a problem as you thought it was going to be. Then we have the Temperance card in the weekend. And this is you processing a long and busy week. Okay. In the weekend, you're going to be getting back to your center. You're going to get grounded again. You're going to need to do some reflection, journaling, contemplating. There could be something that happens here very quickly at the middle of the week, right? And you're just left kind of like, I need subtitles. Like, universe, what was that? Like, I don't get it. Could you please like elaborate? And that's part of the reason why I'm here on YouTube, honestly. Like, I personally believe that the universe is speaking to us all the time. But sometimes we do need a little bit of translation. I know I do. So I'm hoping that these readings do that for you. Anyway, I see you remaining in your balance, remaining in your center. I see you prioritizing yourself and what you need. I see you processing. And at times this week, something might feel a little bit overwhelming. You may realize, you know what, I'm really tired of the emotional upheaval, or of how emotions really like drain me or exhaust me. Worry, fear, what ifs, right? There could be a lot of that. And you may realize, you know what, I've been in this journey for quite some time. This life, I've been through quite a bit of things, and I realize now that it's starting to weigh on me. You may feel like there's like a weight, like there is a heaviness that you're dragging. And that's because you have been in so many battles. But every single bit of that weight that you're carrying is wisdom and experience. You may need a little rest. You may need to take a little bit more care of yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. Because that's the thing, when we have been through so much, but we have managed to take good care of ourselves and recover, basically. It's like we have all the most beautiful aspects of us, and we have all of those lessons. But when we go through a lot and we still feel like burned out and we're kind of running on fumes for a really long time, it's like the lessons, we don't appreciate them as much because we still feel like we're trying to survive. So they don't feel as valuable, you know? But when you are back at who you really are, your center, your fully charged self, then you realize that everything that you have been through has actually made you so much wiser, so much better, so much stronger. And then you start to see the value, even more so, on the journey that you have been living. But I can see that you're tired. I can see that at times it makes you feel, instead of optimistic, it makes you feel a little cynical almost. But I see that this week in your environment, there's going to be a lot of helpful people. People who care about you, people who will support you, assist you. If you ask for help, even better. You're probably going to have a desire for leadership this week. Maybe you're going to feel like at work, in your career, or in other dynamics, you may feel like leadership role equals control and therefore peace. Maybe you feel like when you have to be in the trenches and, you know, maybe you're not as regarded, or your opinion doesn't matter as much, and when you are in a leadership position, you can make choices that ultimately help you and everyone around you. At the same time, I feel like there is a responsibility here, or a leadership role this week, that kind of comes with a bit of a shadow, and it's like you want it, but at the same time you kind of know that there's more to it, so you hesitate. When you're feeling overwhelmed here this week, be careful not to look for dopamine hits, easy pleasure, easy satisfaction, um, the fulfillment of bad habits, addictions, things that could be affecting your body. Because you need your body to be at the best it can be this week. Okay, always. But this week, I feel like if you are charged and good, you're gonna see opportunity, you're gonna see possibility, and you're gonna make things happen. You may even leap into this leadership position and start something beautiful. Lead people, inspire people. But if you're drained, I feel like it can make you almost like go back through a path that you have already conquered. So be very careful with temptations. Be very careful with bad habits. Because I feel like they're going to be luring you. And the more you take care of yourself, the easier it is going to be to say no. But I feel like if you do say yes, it's like you're repeating a chapter, a cycle, something that you have already learned, you have already overcome. As a result of this week, I see a beautiful path unfolding that is something that inspires you, something that is creative in nature. I see maybe a possibility to deepen your knowledge about fertility, pregnancy, motherhood, fatherhood, adoption, things like this, writing, novels, creativity of all sorts. I see a brand new beginning here that's filled with passion. That's what I see. I see you inspired and excited and motivated and driven. But I also see that there's something in the background happening here that you can't quite interpret. And Spirit is giving you the interpretation at the beginning of the reading. Obstacles or detours in the right direction. So don't worry about anything. You're being led, you're being guided. All right? Let's see what your angel number is for this week. This also gives us a lot of clues on what energy is recommended. And these are numbers that you may see, when you look at the time, when you look at the likes in a picture, when you look at the license plate on a car or something, you may just see a lot of sevens, okay? Alignment. Your progress is recognized, and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Beautiful. The affirmation is I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. Beautiful. You are aligned. You are on the right track, but that's what this card says. You are on the right track. It may feel like an obstacle, may feel like a detour, but it's just you continuing on your aligned path. You're exactly where you need to be. An emotion that you may, look at that you may deal with this week, we have already tapped into, we have already mentioned it, and it's optimism. So you may feel very optimistic, but at the end of the day, I do feel like optimism is a choice. Every emotion, it's like naturally rises within us, but we have the ability to choose how we want to feel. And through our thoughts and perspectives, align with that. And they're telling you here, align with optimism. There's a lot that you should be optimistic about. Then we have gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life so you can attract more of it. Okay. And I would say by love, I mean love, blessings, prosperity, it all applies. The more you notice the good, the more the good comes, or the better things become. All right, so if you have stayed all the way up to this point, this is the best part of the reading according to me. because I love this deck. So I'm going to be pulling a card from the Animal Spirit deck, and in the meantime, I invite you to please like and subscribe. You get readings every single Monday for the week ahead, okay? And you also get, you know, for your rising sign and your moon sign as well. So please go ahead and subscribe. I hope these readings help. My intention is that they really do. Taurus, your card is, oh, the Black Egg. Okay. I have no idea what this means. I mean, from this deck, I always read them from the booklet, even if I know what they mean, because I don't want to miss anything. But this one, I genuinely don't know what it means. So let's see. Let's see what this is about. The Black Egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things we say things others want to hear, gossip or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. Ding! That's amazing. Okay, I'm loving it. I love this deck. That's why I leave it to the end. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but it is especially essential for writers, editors, magicians, musicians, and teachers. So we were talking about some kind of passionate, exciting thing for you here. Something that makes you feel very inspired, something that makes you feel very alive. And that could be the case, you know, connecting to that truth. And I feel like part of that truth is that we're never really out of the right path. It almost just seems that way sometimes. I love this for you, Taurus. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Please like, subscribe, comment, say hi, all of that. And I will see you for the next reading. Also, make sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign if you haven't already. There are readings for every single sign, every single week here on the channel. Love you guys. Bye.